Welcome back. Our conversation continues with Congresswoman Marianette Miller-Meeks. She tells us about her position on abortion, oral contraception, and IVF. Let's talk a little bit about, you just talked about oral contraception. Your Democratic opponent has criticized you on a number of, she's made a number of claims about your position about things that have to do with contraception, with abortion access, with life at conception bills. I'm sure you've heard this criticism. Can you properly frame that from your perspective? Are those criticisms valid, or are we missing something here?
Well, I would say that my opponent is lying. I'm not going to couch words. She knows very well my position. She knows very well that in 2019, I passed a bill, passed a bill through the state Senate on oral contraception over the counter. That's back to 2019. So I think that my record on supporting oral contraception is very clear. I was also the director of the Iowa Department of Public Health, and there are no actions when I was director of the Department of Public Health that in any way reduced access to contraception. So I think to be pro-life, the best way to avoid abortion is to prevent pregnancy to begin with. So I think that that's in concert with my pro-life position. My position has also been clear from the first time I ran for Congress. I am pro-life with exceptions for life of the mother, rape, and incest. That's long been my position. I continue to hold that position. So I think those issues are very clear. I sponsored the same bills back to 2022 in Congress for oral contraception over the counter. And also, I'm also sponsoring and on bills that give more funding and assistance to women who are pregnant. So the childhood tax credit, to have it, instead of starting after birth, to start before birth, so that women, when they understand and have knowledge that they're pregnant, that they have support, that they know that if there's a financial crunch, they have support before they give birth. So looking at ways for adoption, assistance to mother, assistance and access to healthcare, and assistance to families. We have been very strong on all of those issues, both in the past and going forward.
Do you believe that anything you've supported would effectively put an end to IVF?
No, that's a falsehood. I think it's a tactic that's very common in politics, where people will exaggerate someone's position in order to scare people and divide people. I have, as a physician, have supported IVF. Again, I have a long career in medicine. Even though I was an ophthalmologist, in that time in medicine, I've done nothing to reduce access to IVF. There's nothing in any bill I've sponsored that specifically reduces access to IVF. And I think, going forward, we'll have to make that much more clear in anything that we bring up. And I've also sponsored on the House floor resolutions that make clear my support for IVF. And we'll be looking at sponsoring a bill to that regard as well.
I need you to help me understand something, and perhaps it's all a matter of perception. But when I speak to your Democratic opponent, she has said that you have fallen in with this extreme part of the party. When I speak to your Republican challenger, he calls you a liberal. It's hard to understand how you could be both at the same time.
So I would say that for a swing district, I'm perfectly suited for a swing district. So you have the extremes on both sides that are calling me extreme. So on the left, they call me an extreme conservative. On the right, they call me a liberal. So that tells you that I'm an independent thinker, that I work in a bipartisan fashion, and that I'm here to solve problems. So I solve problems. I try to get things done for my district and for my state and for my country. That's to whom my allegiance is to. And so have I voted in ways that some in my party have not? Yes, I have. Have I voted in ways that are independent? I have certainly done that. But I've also voted consistently with my party on very big issues and issues that I think are concerning to people. So we voted for appropriation bills that cut spending. That's an important issue. I voted for bills that would prohibit boys from participating in girls' sports. And I can tell you, as a scientist, as a doctor, there are genetic differences, and it's not a level playing field. So those votes, people can point to either and pick out individual votes and say, This is far to one side or far to the other side. But ideally, I think what people see in me is I'm a person who's willing to work extremely hard, be available and accessible within the district, constantly traveling in the district when I'm in Iowa, constantly meeting with constituents when I'm in DC, working hard to address the needs of people within Iowa's first congressional district, to solve their problems and to get things done in Washington, D.C. I am not a show horse, I am a workhorse. So I'm not, eager to try to get on TV or get clicks. I'm there to solve problems, get work done, and serve the people of Iowa's first congressional district.
All right, Congresswoman Miller-Meeks, thank you so much for taking the time. It's always a pleasure to chat with you.
Jon, it's a pleasure to chat with you, and I hope next time it's not virtual.
Exactly. And you can catch part 3 of our interview with the Congresswoman exclusively on our YouTube page. The address is on your screen there. She tells us about her position on Ukraine, Israel, and Taiwan, as well as the work she is doing on the Conservative Climate Caucus.